Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. My grass is standing up and won't lay down. Sorry. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, please subscribe. We're going to get into a Crime Stopper reading. I want to start using the clairvoyance for greater things in life. And this isn't to trigger anyone of the family of the Lawrenceville twins, but I do not have their birthday. I've looked everywhere, so I'm just gonna go with the vibe of the falling of the cards and what the energy comes through as to give leads or to see what happened and how this all came about. This isn't to trigger anyone, and this isn't to cause harm. I want to start using my clairvoyance to help people out. That's the reason why it should be used at all, right? So we're gonna get into this. The young boys, they are twins from Lawrenceville, Georgia, and I don't want to mispronounce their names. Please do not hold it to my heart. Qaadir Malik Lewis, and Naazir Lewis are 19 years old, and they missed a plane, and they ended up in the mountains. That makes absolutely no sense at all. It's not fair to the families on what happened as far as them being lied to in the result. So we're going to do the best we can and see what comes up. I don't have their birthday, so I'm going off of their names. I will say it again. Qaadir Lewis and Naazir Lewis. Could you please come through and, if not you, a sign or something that has happened in the midst of you two. Okay, here we go. The first card we have is the horns, the Four of Horns. So I'm not they were resting. This is past tense, please. They're resting. They were just chilling around. I guess waiting to get boarded, or something happened as to where they were in the sense of just trying to get rest, but it doesn't seem like they really weren't having it. Like they were just peaceful at a moment. Somebody came up and was generous. Generosity and rest is coming out. And then we have the Nine of Bibles, the year we are in now. Somebody was disappointed. It might have been the boys somebody overheard them complaining in the present time about this flight. They were complaining about, what happened, and it wasn't fair that they had to rebuy or do something to get back on to catch the next flight or where they were going. So that feels normal. The resting in the past tense, I'm not sure where that's coming from, but to know that it was an outrageous price for them to get back on board, that's where this outsider heard them. And then we have the Page of Horns. Now, this feels like this person that either approached them or overheard them speaking to each other about this flight makes me feel that they were in the future. This was curious energy, and somebody just wanted to help them get to where they were going, or offer them some sort of ride. These look like mountains in the back of this card here. So this outsider, this person, is some sort of masculine figure. They overheard them speaking while they were right before they were getting ready to rest for the next flight, and offered them something here. And then we got the Tower. This is Aries energy. I really need their birthdays. I really wish that I could get them, but I searched everywhere, and I don't want I don't want to feel weird about it, like searching for somebody's birthday. But to be honest, you know, this is all past tense, and this wasn't a tragedy that was ordered in their steps. And this was something that I think is going to bring attention now. They died in heroic, I don't mean to say passed away on in heroic spirits. This is something that I feel like we couldn't resist if we had to, because their story had a testimony to tell for an experience. I don't know what that means. But this is Aries energy coming in. And it was like they were just trying to get by this flight they missed. And somebody generous came along. Keep going, please. And then we got the Hermit, Virgo energy. It's strange because they were paranoid from the start. I think they were paranoid from this person who offered them something generous. I don't feel like it was a ride to the next airport or anything like that. This was kind of just like, I can help you, but it's not true to that effect. All right, and then we got the Page of Skulls. So when I told you this masculine energy is here of somebody that's cynically rude, it's here. They do this often to melanated kids. Please don't get triggered. But there's something going on as to where this energy is connected. We took something from them. I don't know what the autopsy is going to show, but they were spotted out and they were like targeted because they were twins, because of the way that they looked. And whoever this person is that offered them something generous, there's the air sign. We got Aquarius, and then the Earth with the Capricorn. I'm feeling like this King of Swords is the person who definitely came in and offered them something. They have a power dynamic. They may have been somebody that, like they're saying that they were a pilot or they drove a plane. They made themselves a big, like, person that was propositioned to offer them, these boys, something. And it really just comes through as, if you offer something, then they're not going to ignore it. They're going to entertain you. But you see, somebody was irrational with this past tense as far as they were resting. It's like I feel like one of the brothers was like, no, let's not do it. But the other one said, let's go with. Somebody offered them. There's the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. I'll start here. Somebody offered them a chance to get like a different way, a different route. Something was put in as to where, like if you come this way, I'll make sure it'll all be good. It'll be good luck now, but that's not the case. Like it just feels like a Kanika Jenkins sort of thing, because it was a serious, like, immediate change, like when they went from resting to accepting this offer from this person that I don't feel it had good intentions from the start. This is a masculine figure. This is Earth all over this energy. And they were very tactical in doing this. So I'm feeling like the temptation or an offer was really put out, but it really was a maze. Like, come this way, meet me around back, or go this way. Like, they kept sending these boys, like, all these different places to, like, offer them something so they can accept it and be out of the public eye, and make them feel like they were safe. That's all that's coming through. And this is past tense energy. Let's move forward. The Nine of Bibles. No harm is intended. I want to give insight to these families and give some help if it's received. Okay, so I'm doing this sideways. Forgive me, guys, because it's bright, so I can't see. I hope everything's on the... All right. So, forgive me for, like, I'm drained. I'm not even going to hold you. But we're going to get this done. We got the Four Swords, the Lovers, and then the Hangman in reverse. I'll start here with this 4 because the very first card is 4. So the balancing act of these boys, of who they are, intrigue this masculine figure. The fact that they were twins, that's automatically a thing that triggers, but it's in a good way for people that are in this elite system. And that's all I'm going to say in regards to that. But the Four Swords let you know that this is the vampiric energy that's around. These boys were really at peace and resting, waiting for the next flight when they were offered something and they were disturbed. And this is the secret. There is like more people around that were on board. This masculine figure is the one that overheard and did something as to intrigue or offer them. And then there's five more. There's five more around that kind of push this energy that these boys would be safe. Just trust this person to go with them now. I do have the Lovers here, and there's not a joint effort at all, no way, shape, form, or how. This is Gemini energy, and this is some sort of like major choice they had at the moment. I feel like one of the boys was saying this is not a good idea. We don't know these people. Let's not move forward. But this wasn't like a thing where they kind of put bags over their head. I think a family needs to rest with that. It was not like an attack like that. They were lured into some place in order to gain trust, in order to gain I'm really feeling like in order to gain like some sort of direction, because I believe they were told, oh, you're not going to get the flight to the next morning. I have a hotel. It's like this was something to get them out of the public eye, and it was really just to cause some sort of hell. These boys were targeted, I believe, from the start, from this masculine energy that may have been watching them from afar, from flight to flight. I feel like there is some energy that does traveling in secrecy, acting like a marshal on planes, but they're really into kidnapping. Okay, please. And they're really they're paid to do this, but they have this front like they're important, and they lure people in or draw them in with their importance, if you can get what I'm saying here. All right, and so we have the Six of Wands, Leo energy, the Three of Cups, and then the Five. I don't need my bell. I'm going to start here because the Witch is Cancer energy. But it's more or less for you to see the feelings that they were just relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you get people to get you in like your most vulnerable moment. This was also, like I said, like a community of people who were also a part of this. They were actually, they were put into some sort of isolation from everyone. Like, here, you can wait here. Like, they made them feel as if this person really had a connection and they were going to get to the next destiny or get to this hotel or get to somewhere to rest, because it wasn't mapped out as they were going to get right back on that flight immediately here. This Five of Wands is fire energy, and it's also like really trying to cooperate and just tell like them, okay, whatever you want, but that wasn't what was going to be the ending. They knew what they were doing, no matter how much they like begged and plead or offered them, you know, the things on them to kind of take them back to where they were, or just not give in to this whole kidnapping deal. But they were kidnapped from that airport. They tried to run away several times, but they were trapped because this masculine figure like put them in a place where they were not there. This looks like a mountaintop here. They were trapped in a place where they couldn't figure out where they were going. And I feel like this was like a hunter's game that, please no disrespect, that this masculine energy had them doing. There were a lot of people involved in this once they got to this whole place. The mountains is just something that they're using as a tactical, or they put them off like it's a game. You got to run. Man, I'm going to keep going here. This is the Tower. Now, this is all the energy of something you can't avoid here. But they used them at their most vulnerable moment, thinking that they were going to get to what they get to where they needed to go, and they just accepted some sort of offer here. But it was nothing bad. It was all in a sense of, you don't have to rest here. You can rest in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like this person lies, and they go around stealing souls that way, doing that. I have the Queen of Swords. I have the 5. There's the 5 again and the High Priestess. I'll start with this Taurus energy. If you guys can get these boys' birthday, please. Or, you know, their sign. But energy is mine. I'm feeling like they were real thirsty to kind of take these boys out. Not because of the fact of what they were going through or they were black. It was because they were twins now. Thank you, Spirit. For some reason, black twins are much interesting for the elite. I don't know what that means. This also feels that this Taurus energy is some sort of unconscious thing. They may have been given a drink or giving something to kind of relax even more than what they were doing before. And you know, when you give something to relax, like a physical potion, then you're able to explore, whether it's good or bad. You can get them to open up and do whatever you want. And I just feel like this comes in as cold-hearted energy. Cruel things were done prior to them being immediately. Like I said, this was a game. They had them like running around and doing something all the same. But this masculine figure is the ringleader of this whole situation. But 5 people were around. I'm not going to not say that ever again. 5 people are involved in this besides the person who lured these boys in. I'm also feeling that they may have bullied them once they tried to change their mind. The past tense says something went back and they said never mind. They got bullied into like that's not going to happen, so they isolated them. And that's when I think this whole kind of kidnapping thing turned into this event. The person that did this is paranoid right now, but they're protected in something that's restrictive. I need to do this deck for the Hermit in reverse, please. Thank you, spirits. These boys refused to go down so easily. They fought very hard, and even being disorientated, that's not what it feels like. This happened somewhere else, and the mountains is just an overlap. You got the 4, you got the 2, and then you got the 7. Hellfires, Bibles, and skulls. I'll start here with the 2 because just because of the boys, but this is all a game of conquer and destroy. I don't know why that has come across. This is also something that was unorganized and they just did it because they saw them or overheard. This was not planned well. But you see, when it comes to collecting the souls or collecting unique bodies, please, not to trigger. This is something that's just based off of pure evil that these people do. I feel like no matter what they try to do, and as far as giving up the extortion, giving money, like it's not an extortion thing, but they were just trying to give up whatever around and not to be targeted. But this person like put them in an isolated place, or they had nowhere else to kind of run, and they was like every man for himself. These boys were even separated at one point. In order to make more fear like rise up. I don't know what that means. More fear rise up. They were doing something to create more panic and fear in them. The final card is the Page of Swords. To leave off, I feel like a masculine figure is involved who has an important role, important job, and they lure these boys in to 5 other people who pretty much just wanted to play some sort of game with them in a physical sense. These boys were waiting for their next flight, and then they were lured and offered to something different. A lot of people are involved, and they know more than what they're saying at this moment. The final ones are the Hierophant in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the Tower again. This Aries energy really lets me know that this was something that was inevitable, and this was like a complete tragedy to cause confusion, because one thing, this isn't like somebody who we would expect. This is somebody who works for a particular person. And two, just because a lot of gargoyles and I feel like monsters are around. That's the kind of energy that we're basing this whole thing about. It was about causing some sort of traumatic fear and putting it into these boys. And then here's Taurus and Gemini putting on some sort of attack here. This Knight of Swords honestly lets me know that this was completely forceful, and they forced these boys to kind of connect a conversation. They forced these boys to not accept them resting in peace and waiting for the next flight here. They kind of forced these boys to also go into accepting some sort of drink or potion to make something even more unsustainable in the mind clear. The Hierophant is the voodoo warlock. Number 5 has popped out again one more time. And this is all about a tradition that goes on that we are ignorant about. I don't know what that means. It's hard to know why they do these things, but there is some sort of new method that is happening with, as far as a kidnapping scheme, a kidnapping ring. They are going to do this more often, but they're going to do it in our face where it looks like it's our fault. I don't know what that means. Spirits, please wrap this up. Oh. All right, we got the 6, the 5, and the 6. Final cards. I want to start here with the 6 of Bibles in reverse. When I told you there's somebody really in charge of doing this, it's not the person who committed this crime. There's somebody behind, and it's working on enemy lines. It's also to understand that money is involved and money talks, and there's this masculine figure that goes around and collects a lot of different souls. They use generosity, they use gratitude, and then they switch immediately up on the people to cause confusion or to say something here isn't right, just to attack at any day. I feel like this 5 of Skulls, the saddest card in the deck, is the energy of just wanting to escape, is the energy of really not having a voice because there may have been mouth taped. There's people that heard them struggle. There's people that heard everything as far as how they traveled or got in the car with somebody. The final card is the 6 of Hellfires. And when I told you somebody else is in charge, please believe that energy. There's also a sentimental thing that comes in. And I feel like they couldn't move on from these boys because they were twins. There's something about the black melanated skin